All right, welcome back to Head Kick Audio. I have a very special guest who is competing at the Rise of the Prospects Cage Series 2. I got Shikera Lindsey. She trains
Hello.
out of the lab. She trains out of the lab. She's 1-1 overall, and she's going to be taking on Gabby Caban over at 130 pounds as the agreed upon weight. So the first thing I want to ask you, of course, is I want to touch on that camp because I know that the lab has got killers over there. So I want to hear all about that.
Yeah, my camp, it's went pretty well. I knew had a lot of time to get ready for this fight. So it went really well actually. I've worked with a really a lot of high level boxers, of course, a bunch of high level wrestlers, high level everywhere. There's so many different uh, bodies, body types and fighting styles that you get a bit of everything in there. So it was a camp. It was a camp. I took my scrapes and bruises and everything else, but overall it just kept ascending up, 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 up. I have a great team around me, so it's been a great camp.
Now, I don't know if you could see it. This is pretty cool, but there's a rainbow going through the middle of the screen like that.
Oh, okay. I can see it. Is that okay?
No, that's fine. That's cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it's from like the blinds or something like that. But I just shine. It's because I'm gonna shine on Saturday. That's why.
Okay. Well, we are a week away from the fight in present time. So, we're doing focus work. I'm sure that all the hard sparring and all that stuff is out of the way, correct?
Right, right. So the hard sparring is done. The weight is good. Like I'm doing good on my weight. Right now, it's a lot of mental work, a lot of light work, getting my body ready to start sweating and getting that last bit of pounds off. But everything is pretty smooth now. All the hard, grindy, just competition, hard competition is over. So now it's kind of tampering off and getting a little bit lighter, focusing more and kind of like honing in, really trying to zone in like meditation, and for me, meditation, and a lot of visualization for me right now.
Okay. And who specifically has been like your main partner through this camp?
Her name is Olivia. She's a really high level boxer. I've done basically all my rounds with her. She's a tough girl with a bunch of it. She's got a lot of experience in boxing, tons. She's been doing it since she was really young. I trained with Deani Marino. He's fought for you guys, provided the prospect before. He's always been one of my main training partners. Really good guy too. Like he's a good guy. So those two have been. There's another guy, Robel, who I trained with a lot. I did a round or two with Jocelyn Lybarger, UFC vet for this camp as well. But those have been the main people that I've been just partnering with and doing like more of my one-on-one work with is Olivia and Deani. I would say are my two main ones for this camp.
King Deani. I like that kid. I like that
Yeah,
kid a
yeah.
lot.
He's cool. He's like an action figure or something. He's a freak. He's a freak athlete. He is a freak athlete. So yeah, I love him, and he helps me so much prepare. We've got like there's another girl, Amanda Mendez too, especially at the beginning of camp that I train with all the time. She's really good. She's tall. She's long. She's really good and strong, especially on the ground. So she's helped me so much there. Everybody really has helped, but those are the main people that I've really worked with. Let's see if there's anyone else that I've really worked with. I think that's most it. Like for this camp, really, that I spent a bunch of time with.
Okay. And what's your base martial art, and how did you get started in this journey of MMA?
Okay. So I walked into the gym at 26 years old. I walked into the lab, and At that time, I was kind of like not doing much. Like I had taken a semester off at ASU. I had moved back home with my parents, and I was just like just not really doing great, but not doing bad either. But I was like, I need to. My parents had bought me a punching bag years ago, and I had been away for college and everything. When I came back, the bag was up, and I was like, I need to learn how to use this thing. Like I want to learn how to use it. And what's interesting is this is when I was at ASU, they had like in Tempe, they had like a boxing class that they offered all the students, and you'd go to the SRC like a couple times a week. And Courtney Casey was actually one of the people that would go in there. And this is years ago. This is like 2009 or 2008. And I was just, all right, I'm just going to try this out. Or before, 2009, 2008. And so Courtney Casey was in there. She was like helping people out. Then, like I said, a couple years go by, and I walk in to the lab just because I wanted to learn how to use my punching bag. And I did only striking. So when I first started, I did only striking there for like 6 months, and then everybody was saying like, you should try jiu-jitsu and you should try the ground. And I was like, it didn't spark my interest from the very beginning. Like it wasn't like I was one of those people that would turn the fights, the channel. Like if it hit the ground, I would just turn the channel. I was like one of those people. So after those few months, and I finally said, well, you know what, I really like this. This is fun, and so I'll give jiu-jitsu a try. Gave jiu-jitsu a try. It was okay. I had jiu-jitsu. It took a little bit, and it started to click. Slowly started to click. And I had did a smoker, and after the smoker, I was talking to at the time the coach, the striking coach there at the lab, and I was like, man, maybe I should try like MMA. And I talked to Crouch about it, and he was like, no, like you're not ready, like you're not ready yet. Yeah, he's like, not ready yet. But you know, like just keep coming and keep being consistent. Like keep coming, continue to be consistent. That's really the main thing that he asked for. But the next day, I was doing jujitsu, and he called me over, and he said, you know what? Let's get you in there. Let's get you in there. So the next day, so he told me, okay, we're going to give you a shot. Be consistent. This is what I expect of you to be on this team. You need to follow these steps. If you do, you can get wherever you want to get with this. You can go as far as you want to go with it. And so he got me on the team. And at the time, there was a lot of really the girls there were like the whole team. Even right now, I think right now the team is the best it's ever been. I really believe that. I've been on team for a while, and I think it's the best it's ever been. But when I first started, I didn't have any wrestling experience. Like I said, I was 26 when I first walked in, and I learned my first jab there. I had no experience really outside of that little 2-week boxing thing at ASU years ago. So I got started there. There was a bunch of girls that were there that I became close to, and they kind of like mentored me a lot. And I slowly started coming up, and here we are now. So that's how I got started. Basically, walked in, older age, went to the gym. They couldn't get rid of me, and I just never left. So still there, still grinding.
Well, see, consistency is key. He had it right.
Yeah. That's the truth. That's when anyone ever asks me, my opinion, yeah, consistency is what I would tell everyone. That is key.
Now, did you ever think as a young girl that you would be getting into cage fights?
I've always liked it. I never thought like, oh, I'm gonna be. It wasn't even a thing at the time, I just liked sports, but I tried. I wanted to do. I watched, the UFC, and this is like when Napster and stuff was out. So like I would download I would download stuff and see stuff, and I remember I saw Vitor Belfort. I don't know if it was against Silva, but he just charged in the octagon. I was like, this is so cool. Like he just ran the guy down. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I want to try this. Like, yeah, this is awesome. And I asked my mom to take me to a Kenpo class because of Chuck Liddell. So like, I was like, I want to try Kenpo. She was like, no, like, I don't want my daughter, like, I don't want you doing this. And so they kind of like were like, no, like they took me to like a those trial classes. But I think she knew like she was not gonna like take me back. So she kind of like let me just here, I'll do it real quick. But the minute I was able to like do it on my own and in college, I tried it. So I wouldn't say like I thought I would ever be doing this because it just wasn't even a thing. But I've always been interested in it. I've always been interested in fighting and stuff like that. So it took my eye.
You got a favorite fighter?
I do. It's Khabib. It's Khabib. He's my favorite fighter. I think he just seems like a great man, and he's just so dominant. He's so dominant that in my eyes he is the best. I love how he carries himself. Um, I love how he fights. It's just like crushing whoever he goes against. So yes, he's my favorite fighter. I would say that. So
A good answer. A good answer.
yeah,
You know, the guy's in the Hall of Fame for a reason, right?
right, exactly. And actually, you know what? I got two favorite fighters.
Okay,
Can I
shoot.
can I add one more? Vincent Henderson. Vincent Henderson.
Smooth.
So smooth. Like, oh, for those same reasons. Like, he's such a good man. Like, he's a good person. He's a good leader. He works hard and he holds people accountable. He treats people with respect. He's the best. He is so good. He's a Hall of Famer and he's a goat. He's a goat. Like he's just the guy is a freak athlete too. Like you could put him in there with a lion and he's gonna okay, I'll fight this lion. He doesn't stop at all. Like there's been just times at practice where when he runs practice, like I'm just like, God, am I gonna make it through this practice? Like he is not gonna stop. And it just takes one look. Like he looks at you, it takes one look and you're like, I can't stop. Like you got to just keep going. So he really like pushes you to be your very best. Like he expects you to work. And so yeah, so he's like one of the people that I like really look up to even before I came to the lab. But like everything that you hear about Benson, everything that they say about Benson is 100% true. 100% true. So he's up there too. So Benson and Khabib.
Great choices. Great choices. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Henderson, and he's a great guy. He looks after his guys. You know what I mean? Everything you'd want to see, in a guy of his caliber. He
Right.
is all things and more. So for sure. And who doesn't love Benson Henderson? Come
Yeah, yeah. How can you not? How can you not? Yeah, seriously. Yeah, who doesn't?
on. So, excuse me.
No, you're good.
What's going on there? Excuse me. I apologize.
No,
So next weekend, right, is the fight. What do you know about your opponent? What does she do well that we got to keep an eye on?
I don't know much about my opponent. I know that I expect her to be like a really mentally tough. I know that she's I think a military girl. And tough. Like I expect like her mental toughness to be pretty strong. She actually, I think she did a smoker or did a Muay Thai fighter. She fought one of my good friends. But I just been so I've been so into this camp. We haven't really had a chance to really talk anything about it. But so I don't know very much about her, but I expect her to be a pretty tough girl. That's probably going to try to go forward. And will be pretty resilient. So that's pretty much what I know about her.
Well, I think the expectation is spot on. She is a very mentally tough, very durable athlete that it's just you're gonna have a fun fight. You two
Yeah,
girls are gonna have a fun fight. I was instantly a fan of hers after her last fight with Quinn because of her toughness.
yeah,
It was the same thing with Chapo and Sam. They had a great fight. One guy lost, but the guy that lost, I'm instantly a fan. I don't give a
right,
fuck about
right,
the record. I
right.
don't. You know what I mean? Being a former fighter myself, I understand that we all take our losses. I never took a win, but you know, uh,
Hey,
understand the game,
yeah,
and you can make a fan out of somebody just by competing at your very best, win, lose, or draw. I don't care. You will make a fan out of me. So, I was
right.
instantly a fan of hers, and I think that the fans are in for a treat. I think this is going to be a very special fight.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So that's what I expect. I expect her best. I'm gonna give my best. So yeah, I believe it's gonna be a fun fight.
Do you already have a walkout song picked out?
Yeah, I do. It's the game El Chapo. I don't know if you've heard it. I've walked out to it for my previous couple fights, so I haven't been able to figure anything out the top it yet. So we're sticking with it.
There you go. There you go. Stick with what works, right?
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Well, and also the thing about like having the same walkout song, because there are fighters that, have a different song every time, but there's something about the comfortability of just, that repetition. You know what I mean? When that song's playing, you're walking out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
It's the
it helps get,
visualization and everything. Right. Exactly. So yeah, so that's the comfort in picking the same song.
yeah, I don't think my walkout song, because I don't remember if I had a walkout song in my first fight, but in my second fight, I got to pick the song, and I don't listen to normal music. I listen to metal. You know what I mean? So of course I had a metal song, it has a very beautiful introduction, very elaborate. Lots of guitar work and stuff. And I think nobody got it. I was the only one, which is totally okay because I love the song.
Yeah, hey, you're the one that's walking out to it. So hey, it's you. It matters. What matters is how it makes you. So how you resonate with it. But yeah, the metal stuff.
Do you walk out with headphones over your ears playing the same song, or do you just listen to what comes out of the stereo?
No, I just listen to it whenever they play it, and and I hopefully I listen. I'm like, is that dude? Is that what I wanted? And but I do listen, and I know they've tried to get me to walk out a little bit early before my song has come on before, and I'm so yeah, no, I just listen to it when they put it out there.
Okay. Now, everybody that comes on my show, sorry, my sleeves keep rolling up. Everybody that comes on my show has to answer this question. And it's my favorite question to ask in every single interview. So you do not get to escape. Okay. So July 9th, over at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, that's where I'm from. Okay. When the official raises your arm and the announcer announces you as the winner, I would like to know how Shakira is going to celebrate with her victory meal.
Oh, I haven't thought much about that. I have not thought much about that. Uh, it's probably gonna be some like a cheeseburger or IHOP. It's probably gonna be. I'm gonna go somewhere and have a fat, just just big ass cheeseburger, or go get like a short stack. Maybe like what are those? What is it called? Like when you get five of the pancakes. I know short stack is three, but I might
Uh,
just five. Yeah,
oh,
that works. So maybe that, and just like a good, eggs, like sausage. I've been craving pancakes, and I just haven't had a cheeseburger, and it's been quite a minute. So one of those two is gonna be it. But if I had to lean for it, if there's like a Fuddruckers around, I would pick Fuddruckers. But there's
ours,
not, then I'll.
yeah, ours closed.
So then IHOP, it'll be IHOP. IHOP will be what it is, and that's 24 hours. So that's what I'll be eating on Saturday night.
You see, and what you could do is it's 24 hours, and I believe their menu is all day, so you could order your big stack and the cheeseburger.
I love your thinking. I love that thinking. I really like that. And that's a huge possibility and probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. I love food. Anyone who knows me knows that I love food, and it's like it's a big deal for me. So yeah, that both of them. So I'll be eating both.
Yes.
I'll be eating both for sure.
You see, I'm a like 300 to 600 pound man trapped in a very tiny man's body, is the way that I've always thought, because I eat and eat and eat. And until I got into my 30s, I wouldn't gain a pound.
I yeah. I it happened to me too. It happened when like I thought like, oh, for some reason, I was active, so I never had felt really had to be like, oh, like I'm gaining, just gaining. But COVID hit. When COVID hit, that everything like everything changed. And so yeah, so when COVID hit, that's when I could start to relate. Like I really could start to relate. And now, just like everyone as they get older, I gotta like regulate it a little bit. Otherwise, it'll show for sure.
100.
Unfortunately, we don't stay like super young forever, but that's one of the best parts about youth is that metabolism and being able to and wake up like nothing and being able to go out and have drinks and wake up and do it again like nothing. It doesn't work like that when you hit your 30s.
Yeah. No, it definitely doesn't. It
Yeah.
definitely doesn't. Like last night, I drank. I woke up this morning groggy, headache, and before I would just, head hits the pillow, fall asleep, wake up a couple hours later, and ready to do it all over again.
Gosh, yeah, same. Because those are way in the past, but I remember those days. They were good days. Those were great days. But yeah, they're in the rear view now. I don't think yeah, my body is. I don't even. Sometimes I'm just like, don't even. I already know I don't want to deal with this, so I just don't. I'll have like one or two, and because I know I don't want to deal with it, because I know I can feel it more. That's all I even have anymore now. I rarely go out and really drink, maybe once or twice a year, but because of that, it's like, guys, is it worth what I'm gonna have to pay the price for this in the morning? So no, yeah, it's
Definitely.
not. And so that's kind of like tampered me off. So
See, I'm just dumb and apparently a glutton for punishment because I just, I know what's going to happen in the morning when I wake up, but I do it anyway. Like it's
yeah, it gets me a couple times a year, but I can't like I can't. I've lived so much. I've done like so much like when I was younger that I think I've done enough for like 5 lifetimes. And I'm totally like just content with coming home, having a couple drinks, coming home, going on like Judge Judy or something. versus like versus like not coming home, drinking all night and waking up and it's sunny out and all that. So now that I've had those experiences. But there'll be a couple times. Well, it's still good to have some fun. So
yeah, you got to cut loose every once in a while, right?
yeah, everyone has to a couple times a year at least. So
Okay, now outside of the cage, do you have a job or a way that you make money?
yeah, I work in healthcare. And I'm almost done. It's I've worked in all areas of healthcare, and it can grind you out. I work overnights too. Um, oh yeah, and that's why they call it graveyard shift. There's benefits of kind of like being able to work by yourself, and not have people all down, looking over your back and everything. But then the time of day, it affects your morning and affects your night. So it can really wear on you. And also in school right now to finish up my bachelor for nursing. So I'm almost done. Yeah, staying in the medical field. Went back to ASU, finish up that nursing that I started back like in 2009, 2010. So here we are, almost
Well,
done.
that's awesome, and thank you for getting into a field that is like a necessity. You know what I mean? It's something that dumbasses like me have to lean on all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's just so many, there's so much going on at night and so many different there's just so many different things that are going on at night. I've done I've worked in physical therapy, I've worked as a CNA, I've worked as like medical records insurance. So I've kind of like really started to learn the how the healthcare field is just so broad. So much goes on. Pharmacy, like especially in the hospital, the pharmacy's there, the labs, just it's a huge. It is. It's a big necessity. It's a big circle. It's a lot goes into it. A lot. So.
Well, like I said, a highly respectable career choice, and there's it benefits a lot of people. You know what I mean? And it's a definitely a great way that you can give back. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it is. It is. It's got its it can be very rewarding too. So it's hard work, but very rewarding.
You know what else is very rewarding? Getting into a cage fight and getting your hand raised, which you get to do in like a week.
Gosh, you know what? It has been a while, and this is something that I cannot wait to feel again. It's the best feeling in the world. I've went through a lot since my last fight to get to this point. So I feel blessed to be able to compete, to be able to get in there and compete. I feel really blessed because I mean, it can be taken away like that. You know, things can happen. And so I'm really looking forward to it and just like taking in every inch of what goes into it, the preparation, and then just all the hard work, the bumps, the bruises. You know, you get nerves. For me, at least, you know, you go through times where you're just like up here, then you get nerves. You know, then you're like, and then you're back right up here. You know, and then you get these hard sessions in, and it's like pennies in the bank every single time that you train. So then it slowly just goes up and up, and it's like, I'm ready for this. You know, like let's show out. I put so much into it. You got no choice. When you get in there, you got to show out. So that's how I look at it. And like you said, like I'm really looking forward to it. I got a week until I can have that feeling again, and I'm looking so forward to it too. Like I really can't wait. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, I can't wait either. I can't wait either. I think it's going to be a very, very, very fun fight. And before we get to the thank yous, I fucked up your introduction because I didn't say your nickname, The Blessing. I
That's
would
right.
like to know where you got the nickname, The Blessing.
You know, a couple back at the lab, there was a striking coach, Coach Eddie Chaw. And he was a striking coach for a while, and I loved his style. And he had a combination. It was, I think it was a 6 or 8. It was a long combination that he had. I loved doing it. Like I did it all the time, this combination. And he called it the blessing because of the way that the punches that you're doing, like kind of the direction that they go in. So he would always refer to it as the blessing. And it was always my favorite thing to do, like in practice when he would say, okay, we're going to do this. And it was my favorite thing. And it just stuck. It just stuck like, so I would always just say that to him when I would see him. That's the blessing, that's it. And so then it just stuck. So that's how I got it.
That's
Coach
dope.
Eddie Chop. Yeah. So it's
Thanks, Coach.
so yeah, you know what? I need to actually. It's terrible because I actually like need to go back to remembering that long combination, again. So yeah, so actually I'm gonna get on that and get back to doing that because it was a fun way. I used to warm up with it and cool down with it too. So it was just a fun combination. I loved it. That's how I got that.
I like the story too. I like the story. That's a very,
Yeah.
very, very cool story.
There we go. I got a little something. Something of interest. Yeah.
Okay, well, again, your fight with Gabby goes down July 9th over at the Rialto Theater in downtown Tucson, Arizona. I don't know if tickets, I think they're only fighters have tickets right now.
I think
believe.
we have like the hard tickets. I think it might even be close to sold out. I don't know how the balconies are doing, but yeah, so I think that's getting there. It's about to sell out. So if not, it's already sold out.
For sure. So like I said, July 9th over at the Rialto. You get to see this young lady right here get in the cage and do her thing. I'm super, super stoked. If you would like for people to follow you on Instagram, go ahead and drop your tag.
It's Shikera underscore Lindsey. Yeah, on Instagram. I'm trying to get better with that and getting on Instagram and being more like into the social media. Getting back into that. But yeah, that's my handle. Is that what it's called?
That is what it's called.
Yeah, that's my handle. So Shakira underscore Lindsey.
And it'll be at the bottom of her picture. So I will
Yes.
put that on there for you. So
Oh,
follow her on the Instagram. And then if you have any tickets left, you got to get them now unless you're sold
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Gotta get them now. I don't know if I have any. It just message me if anyone wants tickets. So check it out. See what I can do.
All right. And before we scoot out of here, do you have anybody that you would like to thank that's gotten you to your career this far?
God really. God is. I would always like to thank God, Jesus, Christ first, and then my coaches. I would obviously like to thank them for giving me the opportunity to train at such a high level with so many people and learn the game. So John Crouch is my head coach. Mike Dillatore, he's who I really work with consistently. I would like to give a big thank you to him. He puts up with a lot. He puts up with like my long novel text that I send to him whenever something goes down and I'm feeling this way. So he puts up with quite a bit. But he's helped me believe in myself. And then just one of the people that has always helped me, her name is Lauren Murphy. And she, when I first started, kind of like just always was there for me and always so selfless with what she knew. And it was hard to have that confidence when I first started. I didn't know anything when I got into the room. And she really helped me just keep putting one foot in front of the other. She helped me so much. And so I would say like she's had such a huge impact on where I am now. So yeah, I would like to thank just my coaches, thank Lauren, thank God, and my family. I love my family. Yeah, my family, they're everything to me. And they don't necessarily like to see me come home, bumps and bruises, but they've always supported me and been there for me and believed in me. So I would like to thank all those, John, Mike, Lauren, my family, and my teammates as well. So without your team, it's, in my opinion, it's hard. It's really hard to do it without a team. So I've been blessed to have such a great supportive team, such a high level team of good people. So thanks to all of you guys. Thank you for letting me say that too as well.
That's what I'm here for. I am the platform and like the buffer, right? The buffer for amateur fighters to get the experience so that when they do make the leap to pros, they have interviews under their belt.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So hopefully this interview I didn't do too bad. Like you said, it's just experience after learning and getting better. So hopefully, keep getting better with time.
There you go. Well, you did great. You did fantastic.
So,
And what's more important is your fights in a week, and I'm just super stoked. Like I'm ready. I don't know if I'm as itching as you are. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be a spectator, not getting in the cage myself. So, but it's got to be pretty close. I got to think like I'm neck and neck with you. Maybe you're like,
hey, I like that. You, that's what I'm saying. You get it because I'm ain't no playing in games in there. So you get it, and I'm not going to be going there playing games. I know that. So it's going to be, and I actually won't either. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So you're on the right track. You got it. You got it down because no playing around in there. It'll be a good one. And plus, the girl fights are always like, I feel good. Yeah, the girl fights are just, watch. That's right. On Saturday night, Cage Series, it's going down, and it's something to be looking forward to. I hope other people are looking forward to it as well. I really do believe it's going to be a good, fun fight.
Well, the matchmaking on this card has been phenomenal. I think every fight that I see from top to bottom has the potential to be fight of the night. And like you said, girls always bring it. You know what I mean? So you can't miss that. So
Right.
don't be a dummy. Get your tickets before they're all gone. So hit up your fighters. Hit up. I don't think the venue will have any on site, and I don't think the league has anymore either.
I really think that it's getting scarce out there. For what I know, it's getting pretty scarce out there. But try if you think about seeing it, try and get a hold of me, get a hold of any of the fighters, and see if they've got any tickets left to try to get your tickets and watch them fights, because this is the next. All these amateurs are going to be pros. These are the next. These it's not just here fighting in just like a strip club or something. These people we all put time into it. Like we all trained to do this, and most I'm sure are looking forward to progressing in their career. So if you're a fight fan, this is the next come up of like you said, it's rise of the prospects. So watch everybody just rise and get their career getting up there. Amateurs, where amateur, you gotta go. You get in there and fight and get your experience. So
All right. Well, again, I can't wait to shake your hand, meet you in person. That'd be great.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. So I'll see you on Saturday after the fights.
Well, you'll see me at weigh-ins. You'll see me at fight night, and we can catch up afterwards as well.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Do they have drinks there at the venue?
They might. They might.
Are you ready to take some of that punishment? I'm talking about, you ready to take some of that punishment? Because I might have a couple drinks, and so we might have to have a drink on Saturday.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am down. Shikera, the blessing. It has been a blessing having you on the show. I can't wait to see you compete. And with that, we're out of here.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Until next time.
Till next time.